listeners to WWE Wrestling Bros. We are here today to talk about Friday Night SmackDown results that took place on July 26, 2024, for the number one contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championships and I believe the Women's Tag Team Championships. So we are going to be reading from an article, WrestlingInc.com, and I'll be posting this article to the comment section below for everybody to look up on. So this was a pre-taped event that occurred on July 26, 2024, and it took place at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. That's where WWE SmackDown took place on Friday. So, for today, we're just going to be looking at the contender for the WWE Tag Team Championship, who's going to be challenging DIY for the Tag Team Championship going forward, and also so we're going to be looking at the first match. So the show kicks off with Nick Aldis talking to the Bloodline and talking to them and saying to them that they may have to forfeit their match because last week when Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens fought against the Bloodline, there was an injury to one of the Bloodline members. Tanga Loa's eye was injured by Kevin Owens, and so because Tanga Loa's eye was injured, Nick Aldis talked to them, and they would have to withdraw from the gauntlet match. However, Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa both said that they are not going to be withdrawing from their match because they're going to have Jacob Fatu, who is going to be taking place of Tanga Loa, and so Tanga Loa and Tama Tonga will be together in a tag team match against in the gauntlet match. Continuing forward, so we're going to go forward to our first match. We have LA Knight versus Santos Escobar, and our Santos Escobar has his female companion with him, Elektra Lopez, who is with him on the sideline. So, as the match starts, of course, LA Knight and Santos Escobar don't have any love lost for each other, but it is what it is. But here it is going forward. So, the bell rings, and Santos Escobar and goes after LA Knight. He hits LA Knight with a shoulder tackle, but LA Knight responds with a couple of arm drags and gets Escobar with a submission hold when he fires off his shoulders on the midsection in the corner and lays down right on Santos Escobar. However, Escobar lands a kick on LA Knight's chest and fires off a couple of chops on him. And Escobar connects with a suplex on LA Knight, and then immediately, right after he does that, he gets LA Knight into a sharpshooter, but LA Knight escapes the sharpshooter by putting his hand on the bottom rope and almost makes him tap. LA Knight responds to that by Escobar responds to LA Knight getting out of it by sending LA Knight over the top, crashes him into the ropes, and then Lopez responds with an open palm strike to LA Knight. Escobar actually hits a 619 on LA Knight. However, LA Knight responds to Escobar by hitting him with a neckbreaker, when Escobar gives it right back with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. He hits a couple of right hands on LA Knight, who, when he gets him in the corner, LA Knight whips him into the corner and fires off some stomps on him, on Escobar. Um, and then LA Knight repeat, continues his attack by hitting Escobar with a running knee, and then completes a DDT. He goes for a pin, but Escobar kicks out. LA Knight, Alexa Lopez distracts LA Knight, which opens up Escobar to actually clock to hit him. However, LA Knight responds back and hits a power slam on Escobar. Alexa Lopez once again gets involved in the ring until he distracts LA Knight. He distracts the referee, and Logan Paul comes out of nowhere with that because of the distraction from Alexa Lopez. Logan Paul comes out, and he tries to get involved in the match. He tries to hit LA Knight, but LA Knight just reacts to him coming back, and LA Knight hits him with a clothesline. However, because of that, that allowed Escobar to recover, which kicks who kicks LA Knight, right? And then because he kicked him, Escobar has the opportunity to head up to get his Phantom Driver off, but LA Knight escapes, and he hits Escobar with a BFT, blunt force trauma, for the win, and the winner of our match is LA Knight. So it's great to see LA Knight is picking up these wins. He's not allowing himself to get distracted by Santos Escobar, and he's also not allowing himself to get distracted by, I'll say, our fake champion, Logan Paul. But anyway, he does what he does. He gets the win. However, after the match, unfortunately, LA Knight and Logan Paul both get into both that one. However, LA Knight is double teamed by Escobar and Logan Paul, and then he gets taken down by Escobar and Logan Paul, which Logan Paul, after Escobar and Logan Paul take him down, that he's lying on the mat, and then Logan Paul delivers a frog splash on LA Knight, and we see, that's Logan Paul is just floating in the ring. This is what he's gonna do to LA Knight at SummerSlam, but we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen going forward. Continuing, we're gonna go to the next thing going forward. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair come down to the ring, and they have something to say, obviously. So they say, when they're in the ring, Bianca Belair says, the first she speaks out and she says that Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn they promised that they are going to be on SmackDown with the Women's Tag Team Championship. But Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill do not see Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn there. However, the music hits. Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn definitely, it looks like they're going to come out, but they don't come out. And so, while Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are waiting for them to come out, Bianca and Jade both get attacked from behind by Isla Fyre and Isla Dawn and Alba Fyre. But they react in time to counterattack with Belair giving a KOD to Isla Dawn, and Jade Cargill throws Isla Fyre outside of the ring and on top of Dawn. So we're gonna have to see this matchup. What's gonna happen going forward with that? Continuing, we have the next match up, the Bloodline versus Legado del Fantasma versus the Street Profits versus the OC versus Pretty Deadly versus Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews in a number one contenders gauntlet match. Now this was just a hard-hitting match. This was a this is a gauntlet match. So whichever team gets the number one, whoever wins this gauntlet match, whoever goes through all these teams, the team that goes through all these teams is the team that gets the number one contenders to challenge DIY for the tag team championship. So we have the very first match occurring with Legado del Fantasma versus Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. So you have Berto, who is from Legado del Fantasma, attacks Crews in before he even gets into the ring, and on the outside of the ring, and then Angle delivers a hip attack to Corbin in the ring. So Corbin sends Angel crashing into the mat, but Berto tags in, and Corbin is sent crashing out of the ring. Berto then delivers a tope suicida to take down Corbin on the outside. Corbin counterattacks and tosses Berto into the corner spine first, and we have this backstage segment with DIY watching from a TV screen. They want to see who's going to be their next challenger. So DIY watches the action from backstage. Crews and Angel both come in. They both tag in. Crews delivers a kick to the face of Angel's head. However, he follows up with 3 German suplexes and a splash in the corner. He ascends to the top, and it looks like he's going to jump off. But Angel counterattacks and reacts and catches him with a jumping knee and a backbreaker. He goes in for the pin. However, Baron Corbin is there to stop the count from going through. Berto happens to come into the ring and clotheslines Corbin out the ring, but Corbin sends him crashing into the steps. Angel gets ready for a wing clipper on Crews, but Crews escapes. Corbin then tags in and delivers the end of days to Angel to eliminate the Legado del Fantasma. So Legado del Fantasma is out. Next up, we have the Street Profits. They get in the ring. So the Street Profits get in. Montez Ford gets in the ring with Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews and Ford definitely show off to one another. Crews lands a drop kick on Ford. He looks to land a vertical suplex, but Ford escapes and sends Crews crashing into the mat with a back suplex. Angelo Dawkins brawls with Apollo Crews before Baron Corbin and Montez Ford tag in. Montez Ford hits his shoulder to Baron Corbin's midsection, but Baron Corbin responds with Ford crashing to the outside with an open palm strike and flies in to get help from Crews to both level the Profits on the outside. It's quite an amazing match. Ford responds with a double stomp on Corbin. He tries to do that on the off the top rope. However, Baron Corbin reacts and dodges out the way and delivers a clothesline from the top rope before Ford hits him with an enziguri. Dawkins and Crews both get involved. They both tag in, and Dawkins hits them with a splash on Crews in the corner. However, Crews dodges it, and Dawkins sends Crews into the mat. Crews flies in to flatten Dawkins on the outside, but as Ford flies in to flatten Corbin. Cruz gets Dawkins back in the ring and looks to fly off the top rope, but Corbin moves out the way. Ford tags in, and the Profits deliver a sit-out spine-buster neckbreaker combination for the win. So Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin are are out. Next up, the Pretty Deadly gets involved in the ring. Kit Wilson tries to get the pin on Angelo Dawkins. However, Dawkins kicks out and responds by sending they're sending Kit Wilson into the mat. Ford tags in. And the Street Profits double team on Kit Wilson. Elton Prince definitely tries to get involved. However, Ford tries to land a vertical suplex on Wilson. However, Elton Prince trips him and gets Kit Wilson back in. Kit Wilson fires off some stomps and hits some right hands on Montez Ford in the corner. Prince gets back into the ring and hits some stomps on Ford. Kit Wilson continues to try to wear down Montez Ford and also hit Angelo Dawkins on the apron. He tries to fires off by trying to hit him on the thigh and wear down Ford's leg. Kit Wilson and Angelo Dawkins both tag in, and Angelo Dawkins absolutely levels Prince. And he hits Prince with a splash on the enziguri in the corner and tries to go for the pin. However, Prince, he kicks out. So Wilson tags in and hits a DDT on Angelo Dawkins. He tries to go for the pin. However, Angelo Dawkins kicks out this time. And now Prince tries to get involved, and Pretty Deadly both team up on Angelo Dawkins. However, Montez Ford is there to save Angelo Dawkins, and then gets Prince into an electric chair position. Montez Ford jumps off the top rope and takes down Prince, and so Dawkins and Ford both pin Pretty Deadly. Next up is the OC. The OC come in. Carl Anderson whips Ford into the corner and tags in Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows tries to hit Ford with a clothesline, then follows it up with a body slam and tags Anderson back in. Anderson pins Ford, but Ford kicks out. Anderson lands a body slam on Ford, then tags Gallows and puts Gallows back in. Gallows hits Ford with a suplex, and then rains down hammer and anvil elbows on him and wears him down with a chin lock. Gallows looks to send Ford crashing into the mat, but Ford escapes and hits Gallows. Anderson tags in, and Ford dumps both him and Gallows out of the ring. Dawkins tags in and flies over the top to level the OC on the outside. He throws Anderson back in the ring and hits and runs the ropes, but Anderson catches Dawkins with a spine buster and tries to get a pin. Dawkins kicks out and Luke Gallows tags in. Gallows tries to send Dawkins crashing into the mat, but Dawkins escapes and rolls up the Gallows to eliminate the OC. Alright, so already we have the Street Profits are on a roll. However, the Bloodline is the last tag team that is there that comes in. And immediately once they come in, Tama Tonga comes in and lays some stomps down on Dawkins, and Jacob Fatu gets involved. He tags in and delivers headbutts to Dawkins. Jacob Fatu sends Dawkins crashing into the top turnbuckle face first before Tama Tonga tags in and Solo Sikoa actually does a cheap shot on Dawkins' head as Tama Tonga is there to distract the referee. Jacob Fatu tags in, and Solo Sikoa definitely takes another shot at Dawkins as the referee is distracted by Fatu. Dawkins sends Fatu crashing into the corner, then tags in Montez Ford as Tama Tonga tags in on his side. Montez Ford doubles Tama Tonga with a couple of clotheslines, and then hits a spine buster and clocks Fatu on the apron. However, Tama Tonga delivers a double axe handle to Ford's spine, but Ford descends to the ropes and delivers a crossbody. Both Montez Ford and Tama Tonga are both on the ropes. However, Tama Tonga delivers his suplex to Montez Ford. He gets into the pin, but Angelo Dawkins there stops the fall from happening. Tama Tonga pulls Dawkins out the ring and beats him down with Fatu, but Montez Ford comes out of off the top rope and levels Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu along outside the ring on the outside. So Montez Ford gets back into the ring with Tama Tonga and looks to land from the heavens. However, Tama Tonga dodges it and tags in Jacob Fatu, who then proceeds to level Montez Ford into the mat and hits him with a super kick before delivering his Samoan drop and moonsault from the top rope for the win, which eliminates the Street Profits. And so the Bloodline is the number one contender for the world for the tag team championships for DIY, and so we will see the Bloodline challenge DIY for the tag team championships. So that's what we're gonna see going forward. Next up, we have A-Town Down calling out Terrence Crawford. So Grayson Waller and Austin Theory come on down to the ring, and they complain to Terrence Crawford about him getting involved with Cody Rhodes last week. Terrence Crawford makes his way down. Grayson Waller tells Terrence Crawford that he disrespected not only him, Grayson Waller, but he also disrespected Austin Theory by giving Cody Rhodes a chair, and he wanted an apology from Terrence Crawford for what he did and giving Cody Rhodes a chair. Okay. And he also says that he needs to rethink about himself being involved with A-Town Down Under. Grayson Waller tells Crawford that he's gonna have Austin Theory knock him out, but Terrence Crawford responds to Austin Theory by hitting Austin Theory in response. Grayson Waller slides out the ring as Terrence Crawford celebrates with the Omaha crowd behind him. Alright, so that's what we have with that. Going on to the next match, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax versus Mitchell and Bailey. Okay, so going forward, we have Bailey and Tiffany Stratton. Bailey and Mission both coming down to the ring. They both get in the ring along with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. So both Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, both Bailey and Stratton start the match off. The bell rings. Bailey shoots off a couple of right hands on Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany Stratton responds with a shoulder tackle on Bailey, but Bailey delivers her kick to the cow by landing a couple of clotheslines on Bayley. Tiffany Stratton hits boots on Bayley in the corner and then hits her with a forearm. And Bayley responds with one of her own from the apron and sends Stratton's face bouncing off the top rope, where she looks to tag in Mission. Nia Jax pulls Mission off the ring apron and delivers a smoking drop to her as Tiffany Stratton lands a double stomp on Bayley. Tiffany Stratton continues her attack on Bayley by delivering a hip attack to Bayley in the corner and whips her to the adjacent corner. Nia Jax tags in and double teams with Tiffany Stratton on Bayley. Nia Jax hits Bayley. She sends Bayley crashing into the corner, spine first, and then she steps on Bayley's back. Tiffany Stratton tags back in and hits Bayley with a splash in the corner, and then she wears Bayley's down with a submission hold and then hits a spine buster on Bayley. Nia Jax tags in and delivers an elbow drop to Bayley. However, Tiffany Stratton tags in and fires off a couple of stomps on Bayley. And then, Tiffany Stratton whips Bayley into the corner again and tries to hit a handspring back elbow. But Bayley counterattacks Tiffany Stratton with a German suplex. Nia Jax tags in and she stops Bayley from tagging in Mission. Bayley sends Nia Jax crashing into the ring post shoulder, and as Tiffany Stratton makes the blind tag in, Mission tags in and delivers a tornado DDT to Stratton. Jax tags in and charges at Mission, but Mission moves out the way and delivers a running knee. So Mission delivers a running knee to the side of Jax's head. Bayley gets a tag in and ascends from the top, and then delivers an He delivers an elbow drop on Nia Jax. However, Tiffany Stratton breaks up the fall. Mission sends Stratton crashing out of the ring, and Nia Jax tries to plant her. However, Bayley helps Mission to dodge out the way, and Stratton hits her with a women's money in the bank briefcase while the referee is distracted. Nia Jax delivers the Annihilator to Bayley and gets the win. So Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax are the winners of this tag team match. So that is that, guys. We are done with our broadcast for today. So in the next broadcast, Bruin Steele will be back from his vacation, and I believe we're doing our next broadcast on Tuesday. This week. So expect the broadcast on Tuesday. We'll be reviewing Monday Night SmackDown going forward, and also we'll also have our SummerSlam predictions video out sometime this week, and we'll be talking about our SummerSlam predictions. So guys, don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.